Did you know that some fruits, even though they may seem harmless, can accelerate the aging of your body after 60? In this video, we'll find out what these fruits are and how they can affect your health over time. You are about to discover 4 fruits that can strengthen your body, protect your memory, and improve your energy in everyday life. And you will also discover 4 others that, despite seeming healthy, can put a strain on your body after 60, including one that is seen by many as a superfood. Science has shown that after the age of 60, metabolism transforms, the body's response to food changes, and this includes fruits. A study published in Journal of Nutrition and Aging indicated that regular consumption of certain fruits can reduce the risk of cardiovascular, inflammatory, and metabolic diseases by up to 35%. But some wrong choices, even though they seem natural and healthy, can raise blood sugar levels, make digestion difficult, and even impact kidney function. In this video, we'll reveal which fruits help your body age more balancedly, and which ones may be silently sabotaging your health, all based on up-to-date scientific evidence. Fruit number 1, avocado. Avocado is an extremely valuable functional food for people over 60, rich in monounsaturated fats, the so-called good fats. It plays a fundamental role in cardiovascular health, helping to control LDL, the bad cholesterol levels, and increase HDL, the good cholesterol. Furthermore, these fats help in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, such as vitamins A, D, E, and K, which are essential for the health of the skin, bones, and the immune system. Avocado also contains glutathione, a powerful antioxidant that protects cells against oxidative stress, one of the biggest causes of premature aging. For the brain, the effect is twofold: improvement in vascularization and protection against mild cognitive degeneration, such as memory loss. What's more, it is a fruit with a low glycemic index, which makes it safe for those who need to control their blood sugar. Fruit number 2, blueberry. Blueberries, although small, are one of the most studied foods when it comes to a healthy aging. It is very rich in anthocyanins, antioxidant compounds that give the fruit its purplish-blue color. These antioxidants have a direct effect on protecting neurons, reducing cellular oxidation in the brain, and improving communication between nerve cells. A study published in Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry demonstrated that elderly people who regularly consume blueberries showed improved short-term memory and greater cognitive stability. Furthermore, blueberries promote blood circulation and help protect capillaries, something essential in preventing diseases such as hypertension and cerebral microangiopathies. It is a fruit with low sugar and high fiber content, ideal for keeping blood sugar stable. Fruit number 3, papaya. Papaya is a highly digestive fruit, and this is no coincidence. It contains an enzyme called papain, which helps break down proteins and improves intestinal transit, something especially useful in people with slower digestion, common after the age of 60. Furthermore, papaya is rich in beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, which contributes to eye health and the integrity of mucous membranes. The presence of soluble fibers also favors the balance of the intestinal microbiota, contributing to a healthy flora, which directly impacts immunity. Another important point: papaya has a mild anti-inflammatory effect, helping to reduce intestinal discomfort and reducing the absorption of inflammatory substances by the body. It is a light fruit with a low glycemic index and can be consumed daily in small portions. Fruit number 4, apple with skin. The apple is a classic example of how simplicity can hide great benefits. When consumed with the peel, it provides a significant amount of pectin, a soluble fiber that helps control cholesterol and regulate blood sugar levels. Furthermore, it is rich in polyphenols, especially quercetin, a compound with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that acts directly to protect cells against damage caused by aging. In the digestive tract, apples contribute to good intestinal function, promote satiety, and help prevent constipation, which can be common in the elderly. From a cardiovascular point of view, studies indicate that regular apple consumption is associated with a lower risk of coronary heart disease and stroke. It is a fruit with a low glycemic load, versatile, accessible, and with excellent tolerance in diets for the elderly. The 4 fruits you should avoid. Fruit number 1, raisins. Raisins are a very common food in sweet and savory preparations, but they require attention, especially after the age of 60. During the dehydration process, the fruit's natural sugars become concentrated, causing its glycemic index to increase considerably. This means that, when ingested, raisins can cause rapid spikes in blood glucose, an important risk factor for people with prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or metabolic syndrome. Furthermore, because it is small and palatable, it is easy to consume a large amount in a short time, which multiplies the glycemic effect and caloric intake. Although it contains fiber and antioxidants, its risks outweigh the benefits for those who need strict glycemic control. Fruit number 2, very ripe, banana. As bananas ripen, they go through a process called starch to sugar conversion. The result is a much sweeter food with a high glycemic load. For people with insulin resistance, a common condition in the elderly, this can cause changes in blood sugar levels and an increased feeling of fatigue after consumption. The banana itself is not a bad food, but its ripeness must be observed carefully. The very ripe version, with the skin full of black spots, should be avoided by those who need to control their blood sugar. In contrast, less ripe bananas have more resistant starch, which favors intestinal health and has a lower glycemic impact. Fruit number 3, too much mango. Mango is a tropical fruit rich in flavor, fiber, and vitamin C, but it also has a high concentration of fructose, a type of sugar that, when consumed in excess, is metabolized in the liver. As we age, liver capacity may become more sensitive, especially in people with a history of hepatic steatosis, fatty liver. When there is an overload of fructose, the liver transforms this excess into fat, contributing to silent inflammation and worsening insulin sensitivity. This does not mean eliminating mango from your diet, but rather consuming it in moderate portions, preferably combined with foods rich in fiber and protein. Fruit number 4, industrialized orange juice. Ready-made orange juice, especially industrialized ones, are often associated with the idea of health, but in practice, they can represent a hidden danger. Unlike whole fruit, juice has a very high glycemic load, as it contains the fruit's natural sugar without the fiber necessary to delay its absorption. In some cases, a single portion can contain the equivalent of 5 or 6 oranges, something that would never be consumed at once if it were fresh. Furthermore, many industrialized products contain preservatives and additives that do not contribute to metabolic health. For those 60 plus, regular consumption can contribute to variations in energy, increased appetite, and even deregulation of blood pressure. When we talk about fruits, the context matters a lot. An apple, consumed whole with skin and pomace, provides fiber that modulates sugar absorption and feeds the intestinal flora. Apple juice, even if natural, has concentrated sugar and practically no fiber. The body of those over 60 responds in a very specific way to these foods. Digestion is slower, sensitivity to glucose increases, and small choices can have big impacts. Dr. Eduardo Nunes, clinical nutritionist. Aging is directly related to the chronic, low-intensity inflammatory process, which often goes unnoticed. Fruits rich in antioxidants and fiber help to modulate this process, reducing silent inflammations that affect the joints, heart, and brain. On the other hand, fruits with a high fructose content or with a high glycemic load increase these inflammatory markers, accelerating the natural wear and tear of the body. Choosing the right fruit is, indeed, a preventive intervention. Dr. Camila Borges, geriatrician specializing in nutrition for aging. There is a mistaken idea that everything natural is good for you. In the case of fruits, it is essential to consider the way they are prepared, the stage of ripeness, and, of course, the quantity. The same food can be an ally or a risk factor, depending on how and when it is consumed. At 60 years of age or older, this difference is even more sensitive. Dr. Felipe Martins, endocrinologist. If you've made it this far, you already know. Fruit is not all the same. Each one carries a set of nutrients that can act for or against your body, especially after 60. As right choices, they help control blood pressure, protect the brain, relieve joint pain, and maintain energy on a daily basis. The wrong ones can compromise the liver, raise blood sugar, inflame the body, and open space for diseases that could be prevented with small adjustments to the routine. The good news? This transformation starts on the plate, and it can be delicious. Now it's up to you. Review your fruit bowl, pay attention to the labels, and choose wisely. And if this video helped you, share it with those who are also over 60. Your health will thank you. Do you want me to add suggested images or stock videos to illustrate each excerpt? I can prepare keywords to facilitate the search.